All right. Good morning, cyber traders. Welcome back. Hopefully, everybody's enjoying this lovely Monday. Had a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully, everybody. Good to see you, Chuck. Good to see you, Phil, Lita, everybody. Good to see you. Everyone here on YouTube and Facebook Live too. Welcome aboard. Welcome. Well, it looks like we got a nice little runner going on right now with CAAS. But let me tell you something. I probably had the best loss of 2020, and I'm going to show it to you. It's going to blow your mind. And you know what? Remember, we always tell you here at Cybertrade University, it's not about the winners. It's about the losers. You have to know that when you lose money, there's times to know when to take a loss. Let me tell you something. I took the best loss that I probably, like I said, 2020, maybe even further. But we'll go back. We'll check it out in a little bit. But before we do that, let's just go and talk about what happened on Friday. We had a couple of nice moving stocks. Obviously, for some of you never traded on a Friday, the day after Thanksgiving here in the United States, you can see what kind of trading it is. It's a short day. It's a half day. We only get about, I think, 3 of those. And then we get one for New Year's. We get one for Good Friday. Anything when there's after a major holiday. But it was a pretty nice little day, and we had a couple of nice little movers. I mean, I'll tell you, all the pot stocks exploded. What was the news? Possible, just looking over here, possible federal legalization to all pot. I mean, listen, let me tell you, the government needs money. I mean, they're going to do whatever they can. And you know what? As traders, some of you might think that's the worst thing could happen to society. Some of you might think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But you know what? And some of you, as traders like me, you know what? We're just day traders. I'm just a day trader, and I'm just going to trade the damn thing and make money with it. But we're going to keep an eye on that. Also, we're going to keep an eye on Bitcoin. Some stocks, some of the blockchain stocks are doing pretty well. But let's talk about what happened on Friday. A couple of stocks. I want to talk about FCell. So FCell, oops. Bring that up here. So FCell had a really, really nice move. She's up again this morning. She took a little bit of a hit, but you could see this stock obviously just been on a really, really nice tear for us. I mean, it's a great company. They got great news that's out on it, and I'll be hearing more about it on TV. They're talking about it with their stations that they're running. But you know what? That was an actual pretty nice run for a Friday. What else that we have also? ACB. It was moving this morning, but then all of a sudden she started backing off. And let me just bring that up over here. You could see that ACB right there around 12 o'clock just went from 9 to almost about 11. And she gapped up again this morning. Then she's starting to trend down. So, she will make the watch list. Okay. It's not on the A list. It's going to be on the B list. ACBC. All right. So we got that one too. We're going to put that one on the watch list. TLRY is another one. You could see that one too. Nice little pop, 7 to 9. CGC. Listen, I always tell you this. You're going to trade these stocks again. They're going to come back. CGC, you could see the stock was around a 15. Look, it's already at 29. You're going to trade them again. And we know when this was even bigger. If we go back in history, and let me just do monthly. I mean, you remember this back in 18. These things went from 5 to 55. So, I mean, listen, you had those waves. I remember the big thing. I know we have a lot of Canadians in this in the cyber group room, but I know they legalized it across the whole country, and that was I guess it was back then when it came out. I don't think it really made a big impact on the market, but once again, it definitely has a lot to do with it. And they're going to keep pushing that envelope. I think I told you this. I was in Las Vegas for an expo that was doing a presentation. And as I was there for that week, they were having the pot convention. And I couldn't believe it. It was $1,000 to get into the door, $1,000. And they had 30,000 people in there, 30,000. So, sometimes maybe you go to the Traders Expo. You probably see me there a few times. The Money Show, they don't charge you to walk in the door. All right. So you would think you would have 300,000 people there. They can't even get 500 people. The pot convention, they charged 1,000 and they had 30,000 people. That's how much of a demand that was at. Totally blew my mind. I'm like, what? Everyone was talking to. I'm here for the pot convention. Funny part is when I went back to the hotel, they were all stoned, which I thought was hysterical. But listen, money's money, right? So let's go back into the trading, see what's going on. We've got a couple other stocks here. We're going to move on. And let me see what we got going on. So we know we trade last week. Let's talk about this morning. Let me first start off talking about the best loss that I had for 2020. Nikola, okay? This stock came out with news. And I don't know what the news, I mean, Josh, what was the news? You think you told me, Josh? It was all the way up here. Something about, where is it? He had it up here just a little bit earlier. Where'd it go? Here it is. Under MIU, Nikola and GM will work together to integrate GM's Hydrotech fuel cell technology into Nikola's Class 7 and Class 8 zero-emission semi-truck for medium and long-term haul truck sectors. Okay, so that made the stock. You could see it right here. You could see that stock literally just that news alone. Let me just change this so you can see a little bit better. Made the stock pop from 26 all the way to 40. Now, let me tell you something. I sold this stock on Friday. Was it Friday or Thursday? Let me just double check. Yeah, I sold it on Friday, okay? And I got out right around $30. You know, the stock was on a really nice tear. It was doing great, but she just kept going down and down and down. It wasn't really going anywhere. I'm like, you know what? I was doing great. The stock was almost at 40. So I'm like, whatever. But I owned it at 22, okay? So it was fine. So I could have made a lot more. I'm a big fan of it. I'm like, you know what's breaking lower lows. I moved my money into, you know, my swing. This is swing trade, not day trading. I bought the Pinterest. I bought the Chewy. What else did I get? DraftKings once it broke 50. Okay, so big fans of that. But anyway, I go back and I look at this stock and I'm like, news came out. I'm like 40. I'm like, crap. I mean, how many times did that happen to you? Like, as soon as you sell it, the thing takes off, right? And remember, it's not like they're watching us, I tell you, just news came out. Then I look at it. So I traded it. I bought it in pre-market, okay? I bought it right around $30 when it came down. I'm like, wow, this thing is really coming down. You know, but the news is great. So I bought it right back where I owned it at. And I sold it for 29.5. So I lost about, give or take, 50 cents. Remember the 30-second rule, a 50-cent loss, right? Okay, you think I'm proud to say that? You know, listen, we lose, okay? We lose. Well, look where it is right now, 21.90, okay? And the market's not opened up. Could you imagine owning the stock right now at $31, at $30 and selling it for a 50-cent loss? And like, oh, man, because some of you look at it, and by the way, we're doing phase 3 tomorrow, so don't forget all you cyber trader students. And then sit back and look at it like, wow, that was a pretty damn good loss. You don't really ever hear people talk about that, but that was a pretty good damn loss right there, because that, 50-cent loss would have been literally now a $9 loss. Now, if you owned 1,000 shares of that stock, 1,000 shares, okay, because you look at it, say 22, 1,000 shares, okay, $500, a lot of money, right? 9,000, you got a serious problem, okay, and losing it that short. That's why you have to surround yourself with good traders. And that's why for some of you on YouTube and Facebook Live watching this too, you guys don't understand that when you're part of a team, you know what I mean? We make money together and we lose money together. And losing money together is a smart thing, because if you don't have professional, successful traders behind you, like, hey, listen, guys, we're going to have to jump ship. They're like, but I can't. I just bought the boat. I don't want to. The boat's sinking. Well, maybe we could take the water out. No, you know what? The boat's sinking. We're getting out. You want to die with this ship? Go right ahead. I know captains are the last one to leave. You worried about it. I'm going to worry about myself. Because at the end of the day, that's where it comes down to it. But anyway, it was a great loss, and I'd love to share it with you. So that was good. So anyway, I'm not looking back at it. It's definitely going to be volatile today, because it does have support levels, though. It's coming up right to where we owned it at. I want to keep an eye on that. So it is going on the A list. Another stock that's going on the A list is what a lot of you traded this morning, which is probably the best, easiest stock so far, which was the CAAS. This stock went up really nicely right around 8 o'clock this morning, $5. At 8:30, it did its little shake around 7. And then look where it went. It went to about 750. It started back off. So you know what? It was pretty good for a good 50-cent move for some of us. You could have did pretty well in that stock. I like that stock. It's going back on the watch list. And the funny part is when you look at the chart on the long term, actually I get the wrong chart here. Really hasn't been going anywhere. It just recently just popped right now. So that seems like a very interesting stock. And by the way, it's a Chinese automotive system, which obviously have been hot. Remember NIO, we've done really well with. ELYS, another one's going on the A list. Stock had a nice little pop, great volume, 400,000, 16%. Nice little trend, just kind of flat line right here. We all know what happens when these stocks open up. They do pop. Mara, we all know Mara, MARA, another stock that's moving really nicely. We traded it less than about 2 weeks ago. Stock went from $2 to $6. Guess what? She got a nice little gap up this morning. It's 1.6 million shares. Look at these iceberg orders. You got a 10,000 share seller right now at 525, which kind of explains that resistance level, which it just hit. Let's see if that guy gets taken out. But iceberg orders are what's key. Remember, you have to follow the money, cyber traders. Two more stocks I want to keep an eye on the A list. I want to keep an eye on the list on Riot. Okay, because Riot obviously is making a little bit of a move. It took a little bit of a hit right now, but she's getting close to that resistance levels. Go back the last couple of days. You could use those support resistance levels, but follow the money. Just be careful. We traded Riot a lot. We know the stock is volatile, so we want to keep an eye on that. And also, like I said, Mara, okay? Stock's up, same thing, took a little bit of a hit. Let's keep a close eye on that. Now, on the B list, okay, SPCB. Now, remember the B list. And for some of you, remember you being here, and if you're new here to YouTube or Facebook, or you're new as a trial member logged into the room today, a lot of these stocks that go from the B list end up showing up on an A list. That might be flat right now, but all of a sudden, boom, these things take off. And actually, some of the A list stocks might flip and go into a C list. And you won't know until the market opens them up. But this, from what we could see and what from experience, this is what we have to kind of work upon. But I'm going to show you the B list. SPCB, nice move up 78%, but she's just trending down. I'm not a big fan of stocks up really big in pre-market that much. So that probably explains why it's trending down. 11 million shares already traded. That's a lot. SNSS, another one right here, up 43%. Nice, cheap stock, very nice spread, but it's an algorithm stock, okay? A lot of orders out there. Look at level 3 on the right. You could see it there, but she is moving pretty nicely. Just in a matter of the past 15 minutes, the stock bounced about 15 cents. 15 cents. Some of you guys don't realize it. On 1,000 shares, a $2,000 investment is $150. It adds up. It adds up. It's a lot of money. Don't discourage that. All right. Don't be fooled by seeing people, oh, I made 10,000, 50,000. You know what? Someone's happy just making a day's pay. OPMP, another stock up 23%, 1.8 million shares. Look at this stock on a tear it had in the long term. Ran from $2.60 all the way to $5. Okay. She's right back at its resistance. Huge winner. In the last couple of days. If you look over here and we change the chart, you could see how that stock had a really nice winner. That was one of the stocks I forgot to mention on Friday that you guys traded, but that stock had a really, really nice move also. Okay. I'm going to keep an eye on that one. That one made it back on the watch list. APTX up 15%. I might throw this on the A list now. Looks like it's got a nice little trend. It's got a big resistance. Big iceberg orders are hovering. You can see the 10,000 share seller at 1665. Basically, it's been having a tough time since 8:30 this morning. 8:15 breaking it. That guy gets done, the stock is going up. All right, so keep a close eye on that one. What else we got? We got two more. We got Fran. You all know Fran very well. We trade this stock in the past. Down 35%. Stocks get hammered. Maybe we'll get a little bottom fish on this to see if it tests the major support levels. And, we already know about ACAB. See, that one we already know about. You got all the pot stocks. Don't put that on the watch list. Now, Josh has said just in the trading room, for some of you on YouTube, probably not seeing this, but Work just had a big pop. Let's bring it up right there. So Work looks like it's got a Fausto flag, everyone. 40 to 45. That's going on the A list. Okay. Just remember, Work is a very brand name, fast moving stock. So be very, very careful of that stock. All right. So Work obviously looks pretty interesting right there. Josh is saying basically otherwise there's no news on Work on Benzinga. So we're going to keep an eye on that one too. Anything else I'm missing? Lita's saying PLTR is dropping below 28. Listen, that PLTR has been having such a great run. We did really, really well with that. Remember what I always tell you, whatever goes up comes down twice as fast. You don't like stocks going up so fast. This company just went public, okay? So it is making lower lows. As a swing trade, I would be very concerned right now, but you had a really nice run. Stock was at 32, started backing off a little bit on Friday, so listen, That's a pretty, listen, you want to be a good swing trader? You got to damn understand what's happening as a day trader. All right. Chewy says it's filling in highs. Yeah, you know what? And that's one of the reasons why I jumped into Chewy. When the stock breaks all-time highs like Pinterest and everything else, some of us are going to be like, damn, I could have bought it. Should I buy it now? Listen, remember what you learned as a student here at CyberTrade University. We talk about this in phase 3. When you break all-time highs, when you break through that ceiling, where's the resistance? There isn't any. It's in uncharted territories. So it's going to be dealing with nobody to prevent it from going higher other than people like us trying to take a profit. So the short squeeze could kick in when it happens and all that good stuff. But listen, you're seeing what's happening here with the virus that's going on. Yes, there's a vaccine coming out. But yes, now you're talking about Fauci's talking about we should cancel Christmas. Okay. So you're seeing a lot of these people, that if they say the second wave is worse than the first wave. We're going into the second wave. We all know about the Spanish flu. All these governors want to shut down, their cities. So you know what? Regardless about what they're going to do, we all know what happened back in March, all right, and April, and just trade it the way it is. You know what? The way I look at it, if they do shut out the market, for what I remember what happened, and we all remember trading back then, the market will crash. Some stocks will, maybe the market might not crash this time, but some stocks will get crushed and some stocks are going to profit from it. So let's keep a close eye on that. So you post an article that they're dealing with Salesforce, expect to announce tomorrow after close. Salesforce is just an animal. We use a system very similar to it, but you know what? That's what's going to end up happening. Everything's going to be coming online. So Salesforce is a unbelievable company. It's also $120 a user. All right, guys, listen, good luck today. Happy trading. Sorry, we're talking a little bit. We got a little over. We got 10 minutes. Don't forget today. Don't forget to register. Here we have our Cyber Expo on Thursday. We got 3, or I think even 4 great speakers. Go to our website, make sure you register, and don't forget, Black Friday is expiring and Cyber Monday starts today. So go out there and take all that great money. Go get your clock. Go get your mouse pad. Go do what you got to get. Get these things. You need this. It's going to save you thousands. Go out there and get what you need. Buy those tools, those features that you need, and do those trials. If you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook Live, go out there and sample it, buy it. And worst thing could happen is you learn something, or maybe you might like it and make some money doing it. So don't waste that time. In the meantime, cyber traders, we'll be starting commentating in the next few minutes, okay? So don't go anywhere. Go fill up your coffees. We'll get started. See you back here at 2:30.